silvered by a dying moon. Barbed wire humming out a lonesome tune. Dust devils dancing where the gallows stood. You learn real young what the dark does good. Boot fields grind on a gravel hill. Every road's a trial, every light grows dim. Your shadow stretches like a loaded gun, chasing down what do you become. Ride on, ghost in the pines, heart like a freight train off the line. Carry that cross made out of blame, wrapped in smoke and a borrowed name. Ride on through the sulfur sky where the blackbirds circle but never cry. If redemption waiting past the plane, you'll reach it in fire and chain. Barn doors banging, a restless wind, pain peels back like a hidden sin. There's a Bible soaked in whiskey breath, open wide to the verse on death. Mama's ring on a leather cord, daddy's voice like a rusty Ford. Son, this world don't bend for please. You either bow or bring it to its knees. Railroad tracks cut the county thin, like scars on the back of the land you're in. Every town sign shot clean through, like mercy never made it through. Right on, ash in your wake, teeth clenched tight so they won't break. Trust buried deep in a shallow grave, love's just a debt you couldn't save. Right on, past the water tower stain where hope hangs loose in the summer rain. If the good Lord's counting every stain, you'll know you're by your blood in the rain. Storm clouds stack like unpaid dues. Lightning rides what the night won't choose. You spit that iron from your tongue like every hymn you never sung. Crows take flight from a dead oak limb, their wings beat out a judgment hymn. You whisper back, I ain't your lamb. I'm what survives, I'm what I am. One more mile of cracked concrete, one more sinner you won't be. You ain't running, you just don't stay long enough for ghosts to pray. Ride on, rider untamed, branded by loss, baptized in flame. Eyes like thunder that never forgave, soul half free and half engraved. Ride on till the horizon caves, where the river runs thick through rebel graves. If heaven ever calls your name, you'll answer in dust and flame. When the sun comes up like a warning sign, you'll still be standing on that line between the damned and those set free. The only judge you trust is me. Dead grass bending to a poison breeze. Sun hangs low like a jury's plea. Boot prints carved in the county clay. Every road bleeds you away. Tin roof rattles a warning sound. Smoke rolls slow from a burned out town. You taste that grit like a last goodbye. Ash falls soft from a blackened sky. don't run when the sirens cry. You don't kneel and you don't ask why. Your name's been crossed off every page. Still you walk like a storm uncaged. Ride on through the bitter plains with a heart full of rusted chains. Every promise you ever made, buried deep where the bones decay. Ride on past the crooked gate where the vultures circle and patiently wait. If mercy ever learns your name, it'll find you in dust and flame. Like forgotten prayers, windows cracked like a sinner's grin, truth locked tight somewhere within. Mama's porch still creaks at night like it's praying you'll see the light. But light don't live where you've been led. It dies slow where the guilty tread. Rail line splits through fields of thorns like a crown the devil's worn. You drag your shadow long and thin like a noose you once stepped in. Ride on, rider of blame, branded twice but you don't shame. You carry the weight like a loaded gun, safety off since you were young. Ride on through the blood-red rain where the sky won't wash the stain. If heaven's gate swings wide someday, you'll reach it where the vultures prey. Wind cut sharp through your collarbone, sings a hymn in a minor tone. Falling, falling, the echoes cry, but you just let that echo die. Your silence louder than any scream, harder than faith, colder than dream. You don't beg and you don't confess, you just wear that emptiness. One more town with a boarded sign, one more bar with cheap red wine, one more face that won't recall if you were there at all. Stars blink out one by one like debts unpaid and battles won. You tip your hat to the coming dawn like you knew it wouldn't last long. Ride on, ghost in the wire, breathing smoke and borrowed fire. Trust turns stone in your chest of scars, guided by broken northern stars. Ride on till the daylight fades and the preacher forgets your ways. If the angels ever stake their claim, they'll call you by your flame. When the morning crawls across the land, you'll still be there, hat in hand. Not redeemed, not fully damned, just a shadow they can't command. Ride on. White fields whisper in dying lights, cotton blooms like ghosts at night, scarecrow leaning with a broken grin, garden sins you're standing in, boots heels sink in the river mud, moon hangs low like a drop of blood, crickets sing in a minor key like they're testifying against me. Your coat smells faint of smoke and rain, of cheap salvation and older pain. Every town sign shot clean through, like mercy never passed through. You ride on through the hollow south with a prayer clenched in your mouth. Every truth you tried to save laid to rest in an unmarked grave. Ride on past the cypress line where the night drinks turpentine. If heaven's got a gate that swings, you'll reach it with broken wings. Front porch swing keeps time with doubt, rocking slow where the lights went out. Mama's Bible on the cedar chest, full of verses that never blessed. Daddy's hat on a rusty nail, smells like sweat in county jail. He said, son, when the sky turns black, don't look for God, just don't look back. Train tracks split that Delta town like a scar that won't lie down. You walk that steel like a tightrope line between the damned and the divine. Ride on, brighter and gray, with a storm that won't obey. Trust hangs loose like a frayed out rope, swinging high from a dying hope. Ride on through the preacher's light where the hymns go down to die. If the angels call your name, they'll whisper it through dust and flame. Wind through pine trees hisses low, calling out what you already know. Falling, falling, the branches say, but you don't kneel and you don't pray. You light a match in the chapel hall, watch the shadows climb the wall. Not to burn what can't be saved, just to warm what fate never gave. One more mile of gravel road, one more cross where the wildflowers grow. One more town that shuts its door like it's seen your kind before. Stars fade out in a fevered dawn, like promises you leaned upon. You tip your brim to the coming day, but you never choose to stay. Ride on, ghost of the plain, carrying love like a ball and chain. Every scar like a county line, drawn in sweat and turpentine. Ride on till the sun goes blind and the past quits haunting your mind. If mercy ever breaks the sky, it'll find you where the blackbirds cry. When the daylight splits the seam of every half-forgotten dream, you'll still be walking slow and high through grace beneath the cotton sky. Ride on. Right on. River runs black on a midnight glass, moon cuts thin through the switchblade grass. Cypress knees like crooked hands, reaching up from cursed out lands. Your boots drip slow on a wooden pier, full of things you don't see here. Water knows what the jury don't. It keeps the secrets that mercy won't. Gravel roll like a spinal bone, lead you back where you ain't welcome home. Screen door bangs like a warning shot. Every memory you never forgot. You wear that silence like a coat, collar high at your weathered throat. Taste of copper on your tongue from every war you never won. Ride on, rider of the night with a halo bent and a fuse half lit. Every promise you couldn't keep sinks down deep where the catfish sleep. Ride on through the southern frost, counting up what the fire cost. If forgiveness floats downstream, it won't rise where the shadows lean. Water tower leans sideways now, like it's tired of standing proud. Spray paint saints on breaking tin, praying hard for smaller sins. Mama's hymn from a distant room, face too fast in the delta gloom. Daddy's hands like knotty pine taught you how to toe the line, but lines get crossed in August heat when blood runs hot in the dust and wheat. You learn quick what the law forgets. Some debts don't die, they collect. Ride on. Ash in your lungs with a gospel burned on your tongue. Faith hangs loose like a rusted chain, swinging wild in a summer rain. Ride on. Past a county sign where the crows sit thick on the power line. If heaven's gate stands tall and wide, it won't swing for the ones who ride. Storm rolls low like a freight train scream, lightning splits that broken dream. Thunder talks in a gravel tone, you're too far gone to turn back home. You don't answer, you just stare at your reflection rippling there. Half a man and half a scar, lit up red by a falling star. One more mile of river bend, one more prayer you'll never send. One more town that shuts its eyes when they hear your engine cry. Dawn bleeds slow through willow trees, cold as truth and twice as mean. You tip your hat to the rising flame like you never needed a name. Ride on. Ghosts in the mire, built from smoke and borrowed fire. Every scar like a talon mark, cut in bone and carved in dark. Ride on till the levee breaks and the ground beneath you shakes. If the angels ever take your hand, they'll find you where the iron ran. When the sun climbs up that muddy sky, you won't ask it how or why. You'll just walk that river line, half divine and half malign. Ride on. Ride on. Just roll slow through Mercer town. Main Street crack shut us down. neon cross with a flickering spark, buzzing faint and will swallow a dark. Wind drags tan across the square like it's calling out a prayer. Your boot strikes sparks off broken stone. Every step says you're alone. Sheriff star and a pawn shop case, cold as truth on a liar's face. Water towel bleeds rust red tears for all the vanished yesteryears. You keep your collar turned up high from the weight of a watchful sky. Taste that iron behind your teeth like a vow you buried beneath. Right on, stranger in black with a one-way road and no turn back. Every bridge that you river burned, let the lessons you never learned. Right on, through the courthouse glare where the guilty breathe easy air. If every redemption's ever in this town, it's choking on the dust right now. Church bell cracked, but it still rings twice. Once for sin and once for price. Pews half empty, hymnals torn. Faith feels thin and badly worn. Mama's voice in a Sunday dress, soft as hope, hard to confess. Daddy's shadow, long and tall, taught you how to never fall. But fall you did in a summer blaze. Gunshot echo in the haze. Now the past walks side by side like a brother you can't outride. Ride on, rider blame with a kerosene heart and a borrowed name. Every promise left in flames still burns slow in the pouring rain. Ride on, past the county line where the moon don't dare to shine. If Harem's got a ledger book, your page is one that never looked. Clouds stack like unpaid dues. Lightning splits the midnight blues. Thunder growls through cotton fields like it knows what silence shields. You don't flinch when the sky turns white. You've been living in that light, half in shadow, half in scar, guided by a dying star. One more bar with a broken cue, one more lie they swear is true, one more town that shuts its gate. Soon as they whisper your fate, dawn creeps thin through blinds and glass, painting gold on shattered past. You tip your hat, but you don't bow. You ain't asking mercy now. Right on, ghost of the plain with a spine of steel and a streak of rain. Every scar like a county brand, pressed in deep by a restless hand. Right on, till the sun goes blind and the hounds fall off your mind. If the angels ever stake their claim, they'll call you by your flame. When Mercy Town fades out of sight, swallowed whole by the dying light, you'll still be riding calm and slow where only the damned dare go. Ride on, ride on, ride on. blacktop shimmers in a fevered haze. Heat waves rise like a sinner's praise. Cornfields lean when the sirens cry. Clouds stack tall in a bruised up sky. Your truck hums low like a funeral song. Radio static all night long. County line in the rear view blast, like a ghost you can't outlast. Barbed wire fence on a dying farm keeps the cattle in the home. You learn young how to take a hit, how to smile and never quit. But the mirror don't forget your face. Every mile leaves a trace. Copper taste at the back of your throat, like a vow you never wrote. Ride on, storm in your chest, with a heart that never found its rest. Every bridge that you burned to coal lit the dog in your hollow soul. Ride on through the boiling air, where the sky don't answer prayer. If salvation calls your name, it'll let go back in smoke and flare. Gravel crunch under heavy tread, like the words that went unsaid. Mama's porch light flickers thin, still burning for where you've been. Daddy's boots by the back room door haven't moved since '04. Dust lays thick on my picture frame, but the eyes still look the same. Water tower chipped and scarred, painted saints at a joker card. Some kid wrote in a can of red, trust the living, fear the dead. Ride on, rider untamed, with a past that won't stay chained. Every scar like a tally mark, cut and bone and carved in dark. Ride on, past the river bend, where the blackbirds never land. If heaven's gate swings open wide, it won't be for the ones who ride. It won't be for the ones who ride. Lightning forks across the plain, splits the silence like a vein. Thunder rolls in a gravel tone, calling you back home. But home ain't wood and home ain't brick. It's a memory turning sick. It's a field where the truth was sown, and a man stands there alone. You don't run and you don't hide, you just let that thunder ride. Let it shake what's left to fear, let it make your vision clear. One more mile of county dust, one more gamble, one more trust, one more town that shuts its eyes soon as they hear your engine rise. Dawn breaks red like a warning flare, smoke still curls in the morning air. You tip your hat to the rising flame, like you and it are the same. Ride on, ghost of the plain, with a halo band and a streak of rain. Every oath you couldn't save laid to rest in a shallow grave. Ride on till the daylight fades and the truth cuts through the shades. If the angels ever stake their claim, they whisper low. Thunder knows your name. Ride on, ride on. trees shiver in a bloodshot dust. Air smells sweet with rotten rust. Gravel kicks from a worn-out Ford, like a warning shot from the Lord. Fence posts lean like tired men, counting sins they can't defend. Cattle scored by the roadside dead, grinning wide like a dying switch. You feel those eyes past the cotton rows, where the cold wind bends and the kudzu grows. Some waits where the shadows bleed, not for prayer, not for need. Your jacket hums with a summer storm, collar high but you ain't warm. Every mile that the headlights car feels like something you can't stop. Ride on through the pine black scene with a heart half cold, half kerosene. Every truth that you tried to bury sprouts back up in the cemetery. Ride on past the tree line bend, where the map and the mercy end. If heaven's gate stands tall and wide, it won't swing for the ones who ride. Screen door slams in the house gone bare, curtains breathe like they're saying a prayer. Mama's china boxed away for a Sunday that never came. Daddy's Bible cracked and torn, open wide to the book of scorn. Margin notes in a shaking hand, some don't trust this broken land. Water tower with a bullet scar still reflects who you are. Spray paint crown in a circle of flame, underneath it your first name. Ride on, rider in gray, with a storm that won't obey. Ever scorn like a railroad spike, driven deep when the heat would strike. Ride on through the humid night, where the devil walks just out of sight. If redemption learns your face, it'll find you in this place. Crawls across the field like a wound that won't be healed. Thunder mutters low and slow, things a guilty heart would know. You don't flinch when the branches snap, or when the dark pulls tight like a trap. You shook hands with worse before, you've heard that knock on your own door. One more mile of choking dust, one more promise turned to rust, one more town that locks its gates soon as they whisper fate. Dawn creeps thin through the hanging moss, paints the sky like a fresh cut loss. You spit that copper from your tongue like a hymn you never sung. Ride on, ghost in the pines, with a spine of wire and crooked line. Every oath you couldn't save, laid to rest in a shallow grave. Ride on till the sun burns clean through the smoke of what you've been. If the angels ever draw the line, they'll find the devil at the tree line. Ride on. cut low through the soybean roads. Moonlight paints what nobody knows. The barn blew out like broken teeth, spitting secrets from underneath. You got dust in your bloodline vein, mixed with thunder and a trace of shame. Back road bends like a crooked grin, leading you where you've always been. Courthouse steps in a faded town, statue blind with a rusted crown, skull steered hard by a heavy hand. Truth don't grow in this kind of land. Drag slow past a liquor store, neon buzz from a busted door. Every face turns quick away, like they ain't got nothing to say. Right on, with a halo made of barbed wire, heart lit up like a brush fire. Every promise you couldn't keep, buried low where the roots run deep. Right on, through the midnight choir of the coyotes calling higher. Heaven never speaks your name, it'll whisper it through smoke and flame. Mama's cross on a nail by the bed, silver worn where her fingers bled. She prayed hard for a softer road, but you carried a different load. Daddy's shadow long and wide taught you how to never hide. Son, he said, when the wolves close in, show your teeth, don't fold to sin. Train tracks on like a living vein, cutting through fields of cotton and cane. You walk that steel like a tightrope line between the holy and malign. Right on, rider of scars, counting sins like counting stars. Every cut like a counted brand, pressed in deep by a ruthless hand. Right on, past the river bend, where the good boys never sin. If mercy waits beyond the plain, it won't come without some pain. Storm rolls thick over pasture land, lightning forks like a preacher's hand. Thunder cracks with a gravel tone, sounding close to coming home. But home ain't walls and home ain't roof. It's a memory without the proof. It's a name carved deep in pine, and a fault that ain't all mine. Town you won't outrun. One more night beneath that sky where even angels pass you by. Dawn leaks red through the broken glass, lighting up your shadow past. You tip your head to the rising fire like it knows your one desire. Right on, ghost unchained with a soul half blessed, half stained. Every oath you swore in vain still echoes through the pouring rain. Right on, till the daylight ties of your halo made of barbed wire. If the saints ever draw the line, they'll see your spark still burning bright. River runs thick like motor oil, slow and mean through delta soil. Cypress shadow long and thin, like the stale wandering in. Frogs go silent when you pass, moonlight cuts through broken glass. Dark boards creep beneath your weight, like they know you're given fate. County bridge with a rusted spine groans each time you cross that line. Water don't forget a phase, it just smooths it out of place. You spit that grit into the tide, let the current be your guide. Every secret, every lie floats beneath that starless sky.
Ride on
down the blackened stream with a heart half rage, half dream. Every vow you couldn't keep sinks below where the catfish sleep. Ride on past a willow bend where the hymns and the herons end. If the good Lord calls your name, he'll hear it drowned in rain. Tin roof shack by the railroad track, painted once but it's peeling back. Screen door swings like a nervous tick. Time moves slow but the air moves thick. Mama's locket cracked and worn holds a photo weather torn. Daddy's voice like gravel road. Son, this world is bought and sold. Water tower tagged in red. Trust no living, fear the dead. You trace those words with calloused hands, like they're laws you understand.
Ride on
Rider of night with a fuse that's burning bright. Every scar like a tally mark, cut in bone and carved in dark.
Ride on
through the humid breath of a town that smells like death. If mercy awaits beyond the trees, it won't fall on knees like these. Lightning flickers far upstream, splits the dark like a fever dream. Thunder answers low and wide, rolling in with the turning tide. You don't flinch when the sky turns white. You've been baptized in worse than life, half by fire and half by flood. Signed your name in sweat and blood. One more mile of muddy shore, one more knock on a bolted door. One more bar with a jukebox cry, playing songs about goodbye. Dawn creeps slow through Spanish moss, painting gold on every loss. You stand tall where the waters run, like you and the river are one. Ride on, ghost in the foam with a soul that won't go home. Every oath you swore in vain still drips red in the pouring rain. Ride on till the levee breaks and the ground beneath you shakes. If the angels ever testify, they'll speak your truth and the rivers cry.
When the sun climbs hot and high, burns the mist from the delta sky, you'll still be there, I set free, where the black river remembers me.
clay rising in a rear view haze, sunburned down in a judgment blade. Fence line hums with a wide strong plea, like it's preaching straight to me. Boot heels grind on a chapel floor that don't see much prayer no more. Pews lean back like tired men, counting where they might have been. Dust motes float in a crooked beam, light falls hard but it ain't clean. Stained glass crack with a spider line, saints look down but they don't shine.
You wear your sins like Sunday black, put them tight so they won't crack. Every mile that your engine roars sounds like heaven slamming doors.
Right on with a gravel gospel heart, torn in two but set apart. Every vow you tried to keep lies awake when you can't sleep. Right on through the harvest wind, where the righteous never win. If salvation knows your face, it won't meet you in this place. Water tower chipped and pale, painted verse half off the rail. Mercy falls in fading blue, like it never quite rang true.
Mama's hands in a kitchen glow, soft as rain on fields below. Daddy's shadow long and wide taught you how to never hide.
Son, he said, when the wolves draw near, let them see you got no fear. But fear runs deep in a quiet man, like a fault line through the land. Ride on, rider of dust with a halo built from rust. Every scar like a brand of flame, burning slow with a borrowed name. Ride on past the county sign, where the church bells lose their chime. If heaven's gate swings open wide, it won't swing for the ones who ride. Lightning splits a soybean roads, thunder tells what the preacher knows. Rain hits hard on tin and bone, like a truth you can't postpone.
You don't kneel when the sky goes wide, you just stand in the pouring night. Half in shadow, half in spark, carving lines into the dark.
One more town with a boarded bar, one more wish on a falling star. One more road that don't go straight, just circles back to fate. Don't
Creeps thin through pine and wire, ash still warm from last night's fire. You tip your hat to the rising sun like you, and it ain't done.
ride on, go stand the grain with a backbone carved from pain. Every oath you swore in vain still echoes in the summer rain. Ride on till the daylight drops and the courthouse clock just stops. If the angels ever speak your part, they'll call you by your gravel heart. When the fields turn golden gray and the good men fade away, you'll still be walking slow and tall with a gospel made of gravel and gall.
Ride on, ride on, ride on.
Cornfield silver by a dying moon, barbed wire humming out a lonesome tune. Dust devils dancing where the gallows stood. You learn real young what the dark does good. Boot heels grind on a gravel hill. Every road's a trial, every light grows dim. Your shadow stretches like a loaded gun, chasing down what you've become. Ride on, ghost in the pines, hard like a freight train off the line. Carry that cross made out of blame, wrapped in smoke and a borrowed name. Ride on, through the sulfur sky, where the blackbirds circle but never cry. If redemption's waiting past the plain, you'll reach it in fire and chain. Barn doors bang in a restless wind, pain peels back like a hidden sin. There's a Bible soaked in whiskey breath, open wide to the verse on death. Mama's ring on a leather cord, Daddy's voice like a rusted Ford. Son, this world don't bend for please. You either bell or bring it to its knees. Railroad tracks cut the county thin, like scars on the back of the land you're in. Every town sign shot clean through, like mercy never made it through. Ride on, ash in your wake, teeth clenched tight so they won't break. Trust buried deep in a shallow grave, love's just a debt you couldn't say. Ride on, past the water tower stain, where hope hangs loose in the summer rain. If the good Lord's counting every stain, He'll know you by your blood and rain. Storm clouds stack like unpaid dues, lightning rides what the night won't choose. You spit that iron from your tongue like every hymn you never sung. Crows take flight from a dead oak limb, their wings beat out a judgment hymn. You whisper back, I ain't your lamb. I'm what survives, I'm what I am. One more mile of cracked concrete, one more sinner you won't meet. You ain't running, you just don't stay long enough for ghosts to pray. Right on, rider untamed, branded by loss, baptized in flame. Eyes like thunder that never forgave, soul half free and half engraved. Right on, to the horizon caves, where the river runs thick through rebel graves. If heaven ever calls your name, you'll answer in dust and flame. When the sun comes up like a warning sign, you'll still be standing on that line between the damned and those set free. The only judge you trust is me. Right on. Dead grass bending to a poison breeze, sun hangs low like a jury's plea. Boot prints carved in the county clay, every road bleeds you away. Tin roof rattles a warning sound, smoke rolls slow from a burned out town. You taste that grit like a last goodbye, asphalt soft from a blackened sky. You don't run when the sirens cry, you don't kneel and you don't ask why. Your name's been crossed off every page, still you walk like a storm uncaged. Ride on through the bitter plains with a heart full of rusted chains. Every promise you ever made, buried deep where the bones decay. Ride on past the crooked gate. patiently waited. Mercy ever learns your name, it'll find you in dust and flame. Courthouse clock hasn't ticked in years, frozen hands like forgotten prayers, windows cracked like a sinner's grin, truth locked tight somewhere within. Mama's porch still creaks at night, like it's praying you'll see the light. But light don't live where you've been led, it dies slow where the guilty tread. Rail line splits through fields of thorns, like a crown the devil's worn. You drag your shadow long and thin, like a noose you once stepped in. Right on, rider of blame, branded twice, but you don't shame. You carry the weight like a loaded gun, safety off since you were young. Right on, through the blood red rain, where the sky won't wash the stain. If heaven's gate swings wide someday, you'll reach it where the vultures prey. Wind cuts sharp through your collarbone, sings a hymn in a minor tone. Falling, falling, the echoes cry, but you just let that echo die. Your silence louder than any scream, harder than faith, colder than dream. You don't beg and you don't confess, you just wear that emptiness. One more town with a boarded sign, one more bar with cheap red wine, one more face that won't recall if you were there at all. Stars blink out one by one, like debts unpaid and battles won. You tip your hat to the coming dawn, like you knew it wouldn't last long. Stone in your chest of scars, guided by broken northern stars. Right on till the daylight frays and the preacher forgets your ways. If the angels ever stake their claim, they'll call you by your flame. When the morning crawls across the land, you'll still be there, hand in hand, not redeemed, not fully damned, just a shadow they can't command. Right on. Right on. Right on. White fields whisper in a dying light, cotton blooms like ghosts at night. Scarecrow leaning with a broken grin, guarding sin you're standing in. Boots heels sink in the river mud, moon hangs low like a drop of blood. crickets sing in a minor key, like they're testifying against me. Your coat smells faint of smoke and rain, of cheap salvation and older pain. Every town sign shot clean through, like mercy never passed through you. Right on through the hollow South, with a prayer clenched in your mouth. Every truth you tried to save lay to rest in an unmarked grave. Right on past the cypress line, where the night drinks turpentine. If heaven's got a gate that swings, you'll reach it with broken wings. Front porch swing keeps time with doubt, rocking slow where the lights went out. Mama's Bible on the cedar chest, full of verses that never blessed. Daddy's hat on a rusted nail, smells like sweat in county jail. He said, son, when the sky turns black, don't look for God, just don't look back. Train tracks split the Delta town, like a scar that won't lie down. You walk that steel like a tightrope line, between the damned and the divine. Right on, rider in gray with a storm that won't obey. Trust hangs loose like a frayed out rope, swinging high from a dying hope. Right on, through the preacher's lie, where the hymns go down to die. If the angels call your name, they'll whisper it through dust and flame. Wind through pine trees hisses low, calling out what you already know. Falling, falling, the branches say, but you don't kneel and you don't pray. You light a match in the chapel hall, watch the shadows climb the wall, not to burn what can't be saved, just to want what faith never gave. One more mile of gravel road, one more cross where the wildflowers grow, one more town that shuts its door, like it's seen your kind before. Stars fade out in a fevered dawn, like promises you leaned upon. You tip your brim to the coming day, but you never choose to stay. Ride on, ghost of the plain, carrying love like a ball and chain. Every scar like a county line, drawn in sweat and turpentine. Ride on till the sun goes blind and the past quits hunting your mind. If mercy ever breaks the sky, it'll find you where the blackbirds cry, when the daylight splits the scene of every half-forgotten dream. You'll still be walking slow and high through graves beneath a cotton sky. Ride on. Ride on. Ride on. River runs black under midnight glass. Moon cuts thin through the switchblade grass. Cypress knees like crooked hands, reaching up from cursed out lands. Your boots drip slow on the wooden pier, full of things you don't say here. Water knows what the jury don't. It keeps the secrets that mercy won't. Gravel road like a spinal bone, leads you back where you ain't welcome home. Screen door bangs like a warning shot, every memory you never forgot. You wear that silence like a coat, collar high at your withered throat. Taste of copper on your tongue from every war you never won. Ride on. Rider of night with a halo bent and a fuse half lit. Every promise you couldn't keep sinks down deep where the catfish sleep. Ride on. Through the southern frost, counting up what the fire cost. If forgiveness floats downstream, it won't rise where the shadows lean. Water tower leans sideways now, like it's tired of standing proud. Spray paint saints on brick and tin, praying hard for smaller sins. Mama's in from a distant room, fades too fast in the delta gloom. Daddy's hands like knotty pine, taught you how to toe the line. But lines get crossed in August heat, when blood runs hot in the dust and wheat. You learn quick what the law forgets. Some debts don't die, they collect. Ash in your lungs with the gospel burned on your tongue. Faith hangs loose like a rusted chain, swinging wild in a summer rain. Past a county sign where the crows sit thick on the power line. If heaven's gate stands tall and wide, it won't swing for the ones who ride. Storm rolls low like a freight train scream. Lightning splits that broken dream. Thunder talks in a gravel tone. You're too far gone to turn back home. You don't answer, you just stare at your reflection rippling there. Half a man and half a scar, lit up red by a falling star. One more mile of river bend, one more prayer you'll never send. One more town that shuts its eyes when they hear your engine cry. Dawn bleeds slow through willow trees, cold as truth and twice as mean. You tip your hat to the rising flame like you never needed a name. Right on. Ghost in the mire, built from smoking borrowed fire. Every scar like a tally mark, cut in bone and carved in dark. Right on till the levee breaks and the ground beneath you shakes. If the angels ever take your hand, they'll find you where the iron ran. When the sun climbs up that muddy sky, you won't ask it how or why. You'll just walk that river line, half divine and half malign. Oh, right on.
Dust roll slow through Mercy time. Main Street crack, shutters down. Neon cross with a flickering spark, buzzing faint in the swallowed dark. Wind drags tin across the square, like it's calling out a prayer. Your boot strikes sparks off broken stone. Every step says you're alone. Sheriff's star in the pawn shop case, cold as truth on the liar's face. Water towel bleeds rust red tears for all the vanished yesteryears. You keep your collar turned up high from the weight of a watchful sky. Taste that iron behind your teeth, like a vow you buried beneath. Right on, stranger in black, with a one-way road and no turning back. Every bridge that you ever burned lit the lessons you never learned. Right on through the courthouse glare, where the guilty breathe easy air. If redemption's ever in this town, it's choking on the doors right now. Church bell cracks, but it still rings twice. Once for sin and once for price. Pews half empty, hymnals torn. Faith feels thin and badly worn. Mama's voice in a Sunday dress, soft as hope, hard to confess. Daddy's shadow long and tall, taught you how to never fall, but fall you did in a summer blaze. Gunshot echo in the haze. Now the past walks side by side like a brother you can't outride. Ride on, rider of blame, with a kerosene horn and a borrowed name. Every promise left in flames still burns slow in the pouring rain. Ride on past the county line. hit pages one, they never look. Storm clouds stack like unpaid dues. Lightning splits the midnight blue. Thunder growls through cotton fields like it knows what silence shields. You don't flinch when the sky turns white. You've been living in that light, half in shadow, half in scar, guided by a dying star. One more ball with a broken cue, one more lie they swear is true, one more town that shuts its gate soon as they whisper your fate. Dawn creeps in through blinds and glass, paint and gold on shattered paths. You tip your hat, but you don't bow. You ain't asking mercy now. Till the sun goes blind and lines fall off your mind. If the angels ever stake their claim, they'll call you by your flame. When Merchant Town fades out of sight, swallowed whole by the dying light, you'll still be riding calm and slow. Only the damned dare go. Ride on. Ride on. Right on.
Blacktop shimmers in fever haze, heat waves rise like a sinner's praise. Cornfields lean and the sirens cry, clouds stack tall on a bruised up sky. Your truck hums low like a funeral song, radio static all night long. County line in the review glass, like a ghost you can't outlast. Barbed wire fence on a dying farm keeps the cattle and the home. You learn young how to take a hit, how to smile and never quit. But the mirror, don't forget your face. Every mile leaves a trace, copper taste at the back of your throat, like a vow you never wrote. Ride on, storm in your chest, with a heart that never found its rest. Every bridge that you burned to coal, lit the dark in your hollow soul. Ride on through the boiling air, where the sky don't answer prayer. And salvation calls your name, it'll echo back in smoke and flame. Gravel crumps on the heavy tread, like the words that went unsaid.
Mama's porch light flickers thin, still burning for where you've been. Daddy's boots by the back room door haven't moved since '04. Dust lays thick on the picture frame, but the eyes still look the same. Water tower chipped and scarred, painted saints and a joker card. Some kid rode in a can of red, trust the living, fear the dead. Ride on, rider untamed, with a past that won't stay chained. Every scar like a tally mark, cut in bone and carved in dark. Ride on past the river bend, where the blackbirds never land. Heaven's gate swings open wide, it won't be for the ones who ride. Lightning forks across the plain, splits the silence like a vein. Thunder rolls in a gravel tone, calling you back home. The home ain't wood and home ain't brick, it's a memory turning sick. It's a field where the truth was sown, and a man stands there alone. You don't run and you don't hide, you just let that thunder ride. Let it shake what's left of fear, let it make your vision clear. One more mile of county dust, one more gamble, one more trust, one more town that shuts its eyes soon as they hear your engine rise. Dawn breaks red like a warning flare, smoke still curls on the morning air. You tip your hat to the rising flame, like you and it are the same. Ride on, ghost of the plain, with a halo band and a streak of rain. Every oath you couldn't save, laid to rest in a shallow grave. Ride on till the daylight fades, and the truth cuts through the shades. If the angels ever stake their claim, they'll whisper low. Thunder knows your name. Ride on, ride on. Pine tree shivering in bloodshot dust, air smells sweet with rotting rust. Gravel kicks from a worn-out Ford like a warning shot from the Lord. Fence posts lean like tired men, counting sins they can't defend. Cattle scorned by the roadside ditch, grinning wide like a dying switch. You feel those eyes past the cotton row, where the cold wind bends and the kudzu grows. Something waits where the shadows bleed, not for prayer, not for need. Your jacket hums with a summer storm, collar high but you ain't warm. Every mile that the headlights caught feels like something you can't stop. Round through the pine black scene, with a heart half cold, half kerosene. Every truth that you tried to bury sprouts back up in the cemetery and right
tree line bend, where the map and the mercy end. If heaven's gate stands tall and wide, it won't swing for the ones who ride. Screen door slams in a house gone bare, curtains breathe like they say in a prayer. Mama's china boxed away for a Sunday that never came. Daddy's Bible cracked and torn, open wide to the book of scorn. Margin notes in a shaking hand. Son, don't trust this broken land. Water tower with a bullet scar still reflects who you are. Spray paint crown in a circle of flame, underneath it your first name. Right on, rider in gray, with a storm that won't obey. Every scar like a railroad spike, driven deep when the heat would strike. Right on through the humid night, where the devil walks just out of sight. If redemption learns your face, it'll find you in this place. Lightning crawls across the field like a wound that won't be healed. Thunder mutters low and slow, things a guilty heart would know. You don't flinch when the branches snap, or when the dark pulls tight like a trap. You've shook hands with worse before, you've heard that knock on your own door. One more mile of choking dust, one more promise turned to rust, one more town that locks its gate soon as they whisper fate. Dawn creeps thin through the hanging moss, paints the sky like a fresh cut loss. You spit that copper from your tongue like a hymn you never sung. Right on, ghost in the pines with a spinal wire and crooked lines. Every oath you couldn't say laid to rest in a shallow grave. Right on till the sun burns clean through the smoke of what you've been. If the angels ever draw the line, they'll find the devil at the tree line. Right on. Right Wind cuts low, slow through the soaking roads. Moonlight pangs with no nobody knows. Barn roof rattle like broken teeth, spitting secrets from underneath. You got dust in your bloodline vein, mixed with thunder and a trace of shame. Back road bends like a crooked grin, leading you where you've always been. Steps in a faded town, statue blind with a rusted crown. Scores tipped hard by a heavy hand. Truth don't grow in this kind of land. Your boots drag slow past the liquor store, neon buzz from a busted door. Every face turns quick away, like they ain't got nothing to say. Right on with a halo made of barbed wire, lit up like a brush fire. Every promise you couldn't keep, buried low where the roots run deep. Right on through the midnight choir of the coyotes calling higher. If heaven never speaks your name, it'll smoke and flame. Mama's cross on a nail by the bed, silver wand where her fingers bled. She prayed hard for a softer road, but you carried a different load. Daddy's shadow, long and wide, taught you how to never hide. Son, he said, when the wolves close in, show your teeth, don't fold to sin. Train tracks hum like a living vein, cutting through fields of cotton and cane. You walk that steel like a tightrope line between the holy and the lie. Ride on rider scars, counting sins like counting stars. Every cut like a county brand, pressed in deep by a ruthless hand. Ride on past the river bend, where the good boys never sin. If mercy waits beyond the plan, it won't come without some pain. Storm rolls thick over pasture land, lightning forks like a preacher's hand. Thunder cracks with a gravel tone, sounding close to coming home. But home ain't walls and home ain't roof. It's a memory without the proof. It's a name carved deep in pine, and a fault that ain't all mine. One more mile of engine hum, one more town you won't outrun. One more night beneath that sky where even angels pass you by. Dawn leaks red through the broken glass, lighting up your shadowed past. You tip your hat to the rising fire like it knows your one desire. Ride on ghost unchained, with a soul half blessed, half stained. Every oath you swore in vain still echoes through the pouring rain. Ride on till the daylight tires of your halo made of barbed wire. If the saints ever draw the line, they'll see your spark still burning bright. River runs thick like motor oil, slow and mean through Delta soul. Cypress shadows long and thin, like the stage you're wandering in. Frogs go silent when you pass, moonlight cuts through broken glass. Dark boards creak beneath your weight, like they know you're giving faith. County bridge with a rusted spine, groans each time you cross that line. Water don't forget a face, it just smooths it out of place. You spit that grit into the tide, let the current be your guide. Every secret, every lie floats beneath that starless sky. Ride on down the blackened stream with a heart half rage, half dream. Every vow you couldn't keep sinks below where the catfish sleep. Ride on past a willow bend where the hymns and the herons end. If the good Lord calls your name, He'll hear it drowned in rain. shack by the railroad track, painted once but it's peeling back. Screen door swings like a nervous tick. Time moves slow but the air moves thick. Mama's locket, cracked and worn, holds a photo, weather torn. Daddy's voice like gravel road. Son, this world is bought and sold. Water tower, tagged in red. Trust no living, fear the dead. You trace those words with calloused hands, like they're laws he understands. Rider of night with a fuse that's burning bright. Every scar like a tally mark, cut in bone and carved in dark. Through the humid breath of a town that smells like death. If mercy waits beyond the trees, it won't fall on knees like these. Lightning flickers far upstream, splits the dark like a fever dream. Thunder answers low and wide, rolling in with a turning tide. You don't flinch when the sky turns white. You've been baptized in worse than light, half by fire and half by flood. Signed your name in sweat and blood. One more mile of muddy shore, one more knock on a bolted door. One more bar with a jukebox crack, playing songs about goodbye. Dawn creeps slow through Spanish malls, painting gold on every loss. You stand tall where the waters run, like you in a river all one. Ride on, ghost in the foam with a soul that won't go home. Every oath you swore in vain still drips red in the pouring rain. Ride on till the levee breaks and the ground beneath you shakes. If the angels ever testify, they'll speak your truth and the rivers cry. When the sun climbs hot and high, burns a mist from the delta sky, you'll still be there, I set free, where the black river remembers me. Ride on. Red clay rising in a rear view haze, sun burns down in a judgment blaze. Fence line hums with a wire-strung plea, like it's preaching straight to me. Boot heels grind on the chapel floor that don't see much prayer no more. Pews lean back like tired men, counting where they might have been. Dust motes float in a crooked beam. Life falls hard but it ain't clean. Stained glass cracked with a spider line. Saints look down but they don't shine. You wear your sins like Sunday black, but on tight so they won't crack. Every mile that your engine roars sounds like heaven slamming doors. Ride on. But set apart.
Every vow you tried to keep
lies awake when you can't sleep. Right on
through the harvest wind.
righteous never win. If salvation knows your face, it won't meet you in this place. Water tower, chipped and pale, painted verse half off the rail. Mercy falls in fading blue, like it never quite rang true. Mama's hands in a kitchen glow, soft as rain on fields below. Daddy's shadow long and wide taught you how to never hide. Son, he said, when the wolves draw near, let them see you got no fear. But fear runs deep in a quiet man, like a fault line through the land. Ride on, with a halo built from rust,
Every scar like a brand of flame,
burned in slow with a borrowed name. Right on,
past the county sign,
where the church bells lose their chime. If heaven's gate swings open wide, it won't swing for the ones who ride. Splits the soybean rolls, thunder tells what the preacher knows. Rain hits hard on tin and bone, like a truth you can't postpone. You don't kneel when the sky goes white, you just stand in the pouring night, half in shadow, half in spark, carving lines into the dark. One more town with a boarded bar, one more wish on a falling star, one more road that don't go straight, just circles back to fate. Dawn creeps thin through pine and wire, ash still warm from last night's fire. You tip your hat to the rising sun, like you and it ain't done. Ghost in the grain, with a backbone carved from pain. Every oath you swore in vain still echoes in the summer rain. Right on, till the daylight drops and the courthouse clock just stops. If the angels ever speak your part, they'll call you by your gravel heart. When the fields turn golden gray and the good men fade away, you'll still be walking slow and tall, with a gospel made of gravel and gall.